Welcome back. Namibia and China are marking 35 years of diplomatic and economic cooperation with the inaugural China-Namibia Investment and Trade Fair 2025. Now, the fair not only showcases opportunities for local businesses, but also coincides with the launch of the CSR report of China enterprises in Namibia. To talk to us about what this means for investment, job creation and sustainable growth, we're joined by Titus Shivute, Marketing and Communications Manager at the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board. Titus, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, Nina. Thanks a lot for having me.
Titus, how do these two events, the trade fair and the launch of the CSR report, reflect Namibia's efforts to attract investment while ensuring sustainable and inclusive growth?
Yes, well, these two events really put together the relationship shared between Namibia and China, and this spans over 35 years and really highlights the holistic approach to economic development for Namibia. The China-Namibia Investment Fair, which we hosted yesterday, created a platform for MSMEs to engage with Chinese businesses and investors, and also opening access to one of the largest consumer markets in the world. So at the same time, there was the launch of the Corporate Social Responsibility Report by the Association of Chinese Enterprises in Namibia, really highlighting some of the work that they've done since 2015 and more especially over the past 5 years from a corporate social responsibility perspective. And this was supported by the delegation of the Alliance of Chinese Business in Africa for sustainable or for social responsibility. So we had a delegation of Chinese business people from this alliance, and that underscores the importance of responsibility as well as inclusive investment. And the belief here really for Namibia is that together we can show that Namibia is not only open for business, but we are also committed to ensuring that investment delivers jobs, skills, real socio-economic benefits for our people.
Talk to us about the role that responsible investments such as the ACN's CSR programs play when it comes to strengthening Namibia's trade and investment relations with China and other partners.
Yes, responsible investment really builds trust that sustains long-term relationships. And for the Association of Chinese Enterprises in Namibia, via the CSR report that was launched yesterday, as well as the presence of key delegates from the alliance, this proves that Chinese businesses are also really committed about aligning their investments with Namibia's socio-economic priorities. It also reinforces the bilateral ties with China while positioning Namibia as a country that values responsible and sustainable investments. There have been many different social responsibility projects that Chinese enterprises, such as the Husab mine or Swakop uranium and others, have committed to. And over the years, we've seen that more and more partnerships in order to advance some of the key needs, such as building schools and building roads and various forms of infrastructure. The partners such as China are also coming forth and helping ensure that they meet the need of Namibia. So for other international partners, it also sends a strong message that Namibia is building an economy where profitability goes hand in hand with inclusivity as well as social responsibility.
Before technology failed us earlier, we were talking about the MSMEs that, exhibited at this fair. And you mentioned that there were 30 Namibian MSMEs. But how does the NIBDP, support the MSMEs, not only in exhibiting at fairs such as this, but also becoming sustainable exporters that are capable of competing within the international market?
Yes, well, we really exist to unlock various markets, and we support MSMEs in ensuring that they become export ready. And we try to ensure that MSMEs are export ready through training, market intelligence, as well as support to meet international quality standards. We've recently signed a memorandum of agreement with the NSI, which is the Namibia Standards Institute, to really try and create and standardize some of the key products that are created by Namibian MSMEs to ensure that they meet the necessary standards to be able to be exported onto various international markets. We also create access to platforms such as global trade fairs for MSMEs to showcase their products at these platforms, and crucially we provide follow-up support to help businesses convert leads into actual deals. So if there is interest in Namibian beef, for example, from a foreign market, we try to ensure that Namibian MSMEs or Namibian companies are also taking up those opportunities. So by combining that capacity building with market exposure, we are equipping Namibian MSMEs not only to enter markets like China, but also to remain competitive in the long term as sustainable exporters.
Titus, looking ahead, what concrete outcomes do you expect from the fair and from the ACE and CSR commitments in terms of, jobs, trade growth, and deeper Namibia-China cooperation?
From the trade fair, I think we expect that there's going to be stronger business-to-business linkages. As I mentioned earlier, we had a good delegation of Chinese business people, senior leadership from Chinese business enterprises that are really focused in trying to ensure that there's more trade and investment between Namibia and China. We are also trying to see how we can take up some of the various trade agreements that Namibia is already party to with China and increase exports of Namibian products to China. I think that's one of the key focuses for us, really. Already there are several MSMEs that have established various leads through the trade fair with Chinese buyers, and we believe that this can potentially translate into exports of some of these products. And from the corporate social responsibility perspective and the various commitments that were made by the Association of Chinese Enterprises in Namibia, it really is about continued job creation, investment in education as well as skills, and expanded community projects. So together, these outcomes will deepen Namibia-China economic cooperation while positioning Namibia as a key model for how trade as well as investment can be tied to social responsibilities in Africa.
Well, Titus, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. All the best, Nina.
Well, that was Titus Shivute from the Namibian Investment Promotion and Development Board joining us virtually. We're going to take a brief break and then we speak to two